Hey, what's going on, gang? I haven't uploaded a video in a while. I've just been starved for time. I haven't really been that preoccupied, but I've been watching a lot of videos from I Allegedly and Jeremiah Babe, and that's what I make this video about right now. Jeremiah Babe just uploaded a video 2 hours ago, and he said that you know a small. I mean, let me get the title for you. I'm here in the corner of 14th Street and First Avenue in Manhattan. It's 10 p.m. Sunday. Today is November 28th. Oh, geez. The title of Jeremiah's Babe's video is Small Retailers in Trouble as Shopping Drops. And big players dump stocks, new home buyer shortage. It's a great video, man. It's about 20 minutes or so. I wanted to make a response video, and I didn't have time to run back in the house and do all the editing and everything. I figured, look, I'm out here. There's a Wi-Fi tower right here, so I can upload the thing as soon as I finish. So hopefully this video will not be too long. It's a lively Saturday night out here in New York City. I'm right here in the corner. This building used to be a drugstore. It used to be a bank way back, maybe decades ago. But I remember this place being a Walgreens or Dwayne Reed. It's vacant now. Across the street is Papaya Dog. For those of you who are familiar with New York City, the Papaya Dog hot dog places used to be all over the place. This place here, Papaya Dog, they closed up last month. I guess, they reached their limit. It's the same thing that Jeremiah was saying, that the economy more or less it's tanking. That small operators, they're not able to make as much money as they used to. Now, you can go to Kentucky Fried Chicken, which is down in the corner. You can go to the McDonald's, which is on the opposite corner. They're still in business, but this Papaya guy, I guess he had to call it a day. He made it all the way through the corona, and then he got to this part right here in October 2021, and he's like, I got to close up. So his facility has been boarded up for about a month here. So it's like, I mean, the other ones in the city, there used to be one on the west side, on the West Village, on 8th Street and 6th Avenue, West 8th Street. That one is out of business. They've been going for quite some time. Used to be one up on the 38th Street and 8th Avenue. I haven't been up there in a while, but I do believe they're going to, because look, man, the profit margin, it's not that it's slim, but it's just that when the frankfurters and the hot dogs are 50 cents and 75 cents, and you're selling them in volume based on your location, you're moving probably 2, 3, 4,000 hot dogs a day in some of these locations, probably like this one right here, and probably closer to 10,000 hot dogs a day if you were in a Midtown location. But then when you raise the prices, you reach the end of your desirability. I mean, people will pay 50 cents for a frank. They'll pay 75 cents. They'll pay $1, maybe $1.25. But once you get up to the $1.50, you still might get them in there. You still might get them in the store. But you get up to $2, and people say, I'm not going to pay $2 for a hot dog. So then you have to offer other things, and even though you can't see it from over here, they had to flesh out that menu with chicken strips and a chicken sandwich and a cheeseburger and fish sandwich and a cheesesteak, and none of that stuff is any good. The way it works in New York City is this: whatever the name of your restaurant is, that is the only thing that you make exceptionally well. The other things that you put on the menu, those things tend to be mediocre. So if you go to a place called Hamburger Heaven, you better believe they make a great hamburger and french fries and that type of thing, maybe a milkshake. You go in there asking for a fish sandwich, you better believe it's going to be garbage. All right, there's another place right there. See that place right there called Gorin Ramen. So if you go to this place, you better believe only thing that they serve of excellent, par excellence will be those ramen noodles. You go in there asking for something that's not on the ramen noodle side of the menu, be prepared that it will have a horrible taste, or it won't be bad, but you really didn't have to leave the house to eat whatever you ordered. You go to a place and it's called Bill's Cheesesteak, and you go in there and you ask for something that is not a cheesesteak. Prepare yourself that it won't be good. I mean, this place across the street, once this bus moves, I'll show you. I think it's a seafood restaurant. So if you're going there asking for some Italian food that is not seafood based, expect it to be garbage. That's pretty much the general rule of New York City. They'll pad the menu with a whole lot of things, but don't expect everything to be stellar. Whatever the name of the restaurant is, pretty much that's all they know how to do really well. Everything else is going to be mediocre. All right, if you go over here and it's a pizzeria, expect the pizza to be pretty good. Expect some of those Italian noodle dishes to be all right, but you know, don't expect the other stuff. Don't go in asking for a burrito and expecting it to taste good. They're gonna go to the part of the freezer where they got the thing just sitting there, Tio Sancho burrito or something like that, Tio Paco, and then put it in the microwave and serve it to you. You know. But anyway, I'm on the corner here. It's Sunday night, you know, because I allegedly he had received some information that the nightlife in New York City it had evaporated and dissipated, and restaurants are having a hard time out here. And you seeing what you see right here in the corner. This is only because this is a Sunday night and it's Thanksgiving weekend. If this was not Thanksgiving weekend, the traffic might be more or less, it might be more or less dense or not. Oh, that Jeep is nice though. I like the way he's got that there with the flat green on it, and it's got the real off-road package on it. But anyway, I wanted to make this video because Jeremiah Babe had posted some points about if the average or the median household in the United States is less than $36,000, about $34,000, and the homes are costing, the average home price nationally, I guess he said was $380,000. Then these people are not qualified for these houses. My question is, if the home costs 10 times what you make, and you're not making, and you're never going to, maybe if you put you and your spouse together, if you had a spouse, but young people don't seem to be getting married anymore. So let's say it was you alone as a single person, male or female, you're about 30, and if the 50%, if half the country is not even making 36,000 pre-tax, who are these people selling these homes to? And my question really is, it's beyond who are they selling homes to. It's also, what's your reason for living? I mean, because if you can't even achieve what your grandparents did after World War II, what's the reason for investing in any part of the community? Any community that you're in, And it's also it's more than that. I mean, what's the you see the investment banks. It's real funny how the way capitalism works is that some parts of the economy, some parts of what they'll do is they'll cannibalize other parts. It's real peculiar, man. It's real peculiar how like remember during the BP deep water off the coast of Louisiana when that offshore oil platform had exploded and it was just dumping oil into the water, and how we're supposed to compromise all other sectors of the economy in Louisiana for sake of this energy company, British Petroleum. BP Amoco. We're supposed to compromise the integrity and the vitality of all other sectors of the economy: tourism, fishing, sports fishing, all of these things. We're supposed to compromise that. So now we're supposed to do it again. We're supposed to compromise all other sectors of the economy for some hedge fund and investment bank to speculate on the housing market. How, I have so many questions, man. So many questions. How do these people expect Home Depot and Lowe's and all of these home appliance, the small ones, the ones that don't do business at the level of Sears, well, what Sears used to do, what Montgomery Ward used to do, what Leachschmier used to do, what Home Depot does and what Lowe's does, and the other people in that sector, Grossman's Building Supply and things of that nature. How do they plan on staying in business? Remember, this is the Home Depot. It's where the home buyer goes, man. So if young people can't buy homes, then how do these people plan on staying in business? Well, investment banks, they're going to work through realty trust companies and building maintenance companies. They're not going to be buying at Home Depot, or even if they do, they're going to buy at Home Depot for corporate account. So how do they plan on staying in business? And I mean, bro, it just dumbfounds me now. Now, also for old people who plan on retiring, and when I say old people, I don't really mean older people. I mean old people. I don't mean like well-established senior citizens. Let's call them that. I don't mean those people who are 80 plus. I mean the people who are approaching the 60s and the 70-year-old people. Those people. I got a question for you. What's your opt out? Because usually what would happen is, if you were a 70-year-old couple and you wanted to leave. I live in New York State, so if you wanted to leave New York and you wanted to move to Florida, you would sell your home. You would take the proceeds from your home, go down south to Florida, rent you a little condo in a retirement community or something of that nature. But you would take the proceeds from your home and then you would leave and then go on with your life. You'd go to Florida, you go to Arizona, you live in the desert. This way your bursitis or your diverticulitis, it wouldn't bother you because of the low humidity, or you wouldn't have to worry about shoveling snow anymore. But my question for you, older folks, what's your opt out? What's your end game now? If young people can't buy your home, who are you going to sell that home to? You know? I mean, seriously. Seriously. If young people can't buy your home, man, who are you selling this home to? I should probably move across the street so I get some better, you know, get some better shots over here of traffic coming at me versus, passing me. But who are you selling your home to, older folks? If the bank or the county, if all these people are telling you your house is worth, we're not even going to go with what Jeremiah said. Jeremiah said 380. I'm going to drop it because I got a friend of mine upstate, and the people tell him that they believe his house is worth, let's say about 249, so about 250. So if his home is worth about 250, and it's one of those ranch style with the second level on it. So, your basic modest two-story ranch that I guess was built probably somewhere in the mid 80s, I guess. So if they're telling him that house is worth about two something, let's say two and a half. But if the median income or less than half of the country is making 36 pre-tax, now 36 pre-tax, you take out about 28%, about 25 to 30% for taxes. All right. So I'm just gonna move across. I'm just gonna move diagonally across the street because I was on the southwestern corner. I'm gonna move to the northeastern corner over here, and then continue. But my point is, right? So if you if you if you making about 36, so you're going to lose about $10,000 to taxes. All right, that's about 30%, and 25% would have been about 9,000. So yeah, so that brings you down to 26 post tax. All right. Now, I'm not even worried about the 26 post tax right now because when I was doing mortgage banking, it was like the first job I got not the first job I got when I graduated college. It was the uh, what was it there? Third job? It was a third job because the first job I got when I graduated college was selling Pontiacs. I was selling Pontiac back when Pontiac was a real thing. So, and then what was the second job? Oh, the second job, I was selling Plymouth. I was selling Chrysler Plymouth. Chrysler Plymouth, Isuzu, no doubt, no doubt. Now, Plymouth is gone, Isuzu is gone, and Pontiac is gone. But in any event, I went too far. I was supposed to hang out on the corner. But anyway, so I'm just gonna move up here. I'm on East 15th right now, East 15th First Avenue, making my main northbound. Because I wanted to mention something. It's Beth Israel Hospital right here. I know I allegedly does those great walks along the beach in California. Uh, I could do the beach here in New York. There is a beach in New York City. It's just not over here in Manhattan. Most of the beach in New York is going to be, on the other side, either north or east of here, and in Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island, and the Bronx. But anyway, so my point was, so let's say when my third job when I graduated college was mortgage banking. So the idea was, as a mortgage, to qualify for a loan, the home that you had to get, the home that you were looking for, it had to cost no more. Geez, I'm only 14 minutes. The home that you wanted to get had to cost no more than 300% of your combined household income. So if a guy made $30,000 a year, the house that you should be looking for should be within the $90,000 range. Now, at that time, when I graduated from school, while I was upstate New York, there were a lot of homes in that range. A lot of homes in the city. A lot of the new construction in the suburbs was not that price, but a lot of the homes in the city were that range. The problem we have here now is, finding homes in that range, those homes require a lot of help. They require a lot of assistance right now, And so what happens is you'll never qualify for those mortgages. And now, if a home is at 240, 249, and your post tax is about $26,000, that house still costs 10 times what you earn. So my question is, for the older folks, how are you planning on leaving? You were planning on, at some point cashing out. You were planning on cashing out, selling. Oh shit! Dropped my phone. Oh jeez. Had my other phone in my pocket. Uh-oh. Nope, it's not broken. Okay. Not broken at all. That's why you always got to get a case for your phone, because you just never know. I broke a lot of phone screens that way. But anyway, what's your plan out? How you plan on getting out, y'all? Huh? If you got a house up somewhere and it doesn't matter. I mean, I'm just using upstate New York as my example because, that's where I was doing it. For you older folks, how you plan on getting out? Who are you going to sell your house to if no one is income qualified to get a mortgage? Based on what the county says your house is worth, what the bank says your house is worth, and what the people actually earn. So if you can't sell your house, how do you plan on, bouncing to Texas or to Arizona or to Florida? I mean, nothing's stopping you from going, but you were hoping that you were going to use the proceeds from the house that you sold here in this community to get there. And so that's why I'm just like Jeremiah Babe, and I'm worried. I'm wondering, but I've been thinking about this for years because I've been watching it. I've been watching it for years, man, and it's like every time you turn on the TV, none of these people seem to talk about that. That some of you people, you're going to have houses that aren't worth anything in the spot market. Oh, you're going to have people tell you the house is worth something. They're going to send you letters in the mail. We believe your house is worth this and worth that, but your house has been on the market for 10 years because no one makes enough money to qualify for a mortgage to get your house. Then it's going to be like Donald Trump, oh, don't worry about it. Donald Trump told the people upstate New York, he told them to do that. He told them to forget about your house. Forget about it. And it's very hard for you to tell somebody to forget about their house when they were relying on the value of that home to carry them through. They were relying on the value of that home to carry them through to retirement. They were relying on the value of that home. They were relying on that home to establish a family. Everybody's relying on the value on this home to be, to thrive. The school district is relying on people moving in to where the old folks move out and then having babies. And then, the fire department is relying on that because they need, the precincts are set based on population density. You see what I'm saying? Libraries are based on population density. Post offices, all of these government services rely on people moving in and moving out. You got houses that exist, but they can't be sold at the appraised value. They can only be sold at the spot value. And the spot value, if we go back to what I was told when I was doing mortgages, is 300% of what your annual combined household income is. So the bank telling you, when the county telling you your house is worth $240,000 means nothing if the people in the neighborhood can't qualify for a mortgage for anything above $89,000. Means your house is worth $89,000.